My name is Olivia de COURCY and I'm a luxury beauty editor. And I'm delighted to be here to moderate this talk with an absolute icon of the aesthetics world, Teresa TARMEY. Teresa, before we kick off, could you start by introducing yourself and telling us a bit about your background?
Hi, thank you for having me, Bruce Triangle and Olivia. So I am a facialist of 28 years, which is like crazy. Am I too loud, everyone? Not too loud.
Everyone can hear us, okay?
Yeah. So facialist, I have a skincare clinic in Notting Hill, and then we have a residency in Claridges as well, which is quite new. We offer mainly facials that we just launched body actually a year and a half ago, so it's new to us and exciting. It's exciting to enter a new category and obviously give customers, clients what they've been asking for.
Fabulous. Thank you. Well, we are going to be talking all about cellulite, and I remember cellulite having such a big moment in the late 90s, early 90s. It was just all over the media. You couldn't really watch anything without seeing an ad for cellulite or anti-cellulite treatments. And I think now it's one of those aesthetic hang-ups or very common bodily features that maybe doesn't get so much airtime, but it seems like there's still quite an appetite for treatments even now. So in this talk, we're going to touch on what cellulite is and hear some expert tips on treatments that are available. And of course, I'll leave some time for questions at the end. One really important caveat, though, is we're not here to demonize cellulite or any other kind of normal bodily feature for that matter. We just want to equip you with the knowledge to make informed decisions for your own health and well-being.
I think we named it Body Beautiful now, which is really important to us as speakers too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Teresa, could you tell us what is cellulite and why do people misunderstand it?
I guess the misunderstanding is that cellulite could maybe be connected to or is fat. It's not fat cells. So what you have in simple terms is these connective bands, which are fibrous bands that actually connect. It's hard to concentrate a little bit, so I do with my own earphones, that connect the skin to the muscle. So if you have enlarged fat cells, let's say, or extra fat cells that's forming, then it can push these bands up to the skin surface and just cause this kind of, not ripple effect, but just, that's what you would see from the surface of the skin. So it's when it's pushing the fat cells. And this can be caused by so many different things. It can be genetic. For me, I think it's genetic. I've had cellulite all of my life from as far back as I can remember. And even when I've been like super slim, it doesn't make any difference. It's not about the fat. So many factors, hormones, lifestyle, exercise, sleep, all these things can help, but we'll go on to that a little bit more. So stick to the answer, TT.
Thank you. Yes, I wanted to ask you why even kind of really fit bodies can have cellulite, and the fact that it's not actually a fat, I think, is such a big switch in our minds of what we maybe thought cellulite was, or what I thought cellulite was, and why particularly women are kind of disposed to having cellulite.
Yeah, I would say, back to the hormones and slide, that can be a big factor in terms of men versus women. We have different bodies. Men can have it. It's less common. I'd say it's way more than women. Yeah.
Thank you. And I think we have quite a good understanding of how to tweak our lifestyle to live a healthy lifestyle, whether that's eating well, exercising regularly. But how does our lifestyle impact our overall skin's appearance, and can it impact cellulite?
Yeah, we all hear that salt is not the best for any hands up. I'm no medic. Skin is my speciality and not body, even though we have free clinic. But everything to do with skin is, we all use wonderful topics and creams, that actually our lifestyle is a huge factor of our skin, our whole skin. And diet, exercise, sleep. I'm huge on sleep, but back to the body, the dieting, the exercise can massively help, staying away from too much salt, too much sugar. But I think we have to keep thinking, going back to the genetics as well. So I've got this one particular client who we offer a cellulite machine called Cellution, which is incredible. And sometimes people just, she's very, very, very slim, and she sees these little waves. And sometimes it's just, we have to accept that I've accepted mine. I know that I've got lots of cellulite on the back of my legs, and I think, well, I can do these treatments and they really do help. But keeping up with that sometimes is difficult. I mean, actually, for me personally, I've accepted, even when I go to the gym, that it's just something that I'm like...
Yeah, we can only do what we can do, really.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So some of the common areas for cellulite are backs of legs, stomach, buttocks.
Back of arms, actually. I have a little bit on the back of my ass.
Yeah. You're a facialist by trade. Can you get cellulite on your face?
Can you get cellulite on your face? Oh, interesting. Never seen it. Do you know different?
No, I don't. I wondered if you could get it in the submental area.
Never come across cellulite on the face. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so.
Are there techniques that you would use on your face that are maybe for drainage and things like that you could then use on your body to kind of help just stimulate?
Lymphatic. We offer lymphatic drainage in the clinic as well, because it's just so in demand at the moment. And I'm a huge. I like to launch things because I have a passion for it. I have a passion. I wouldn't have bought this machine if I didn't think it would help clients. So the lymphatic drainage is a massive thing for me from head to toe. So body, I often have it and I see huge results. But face as well. I could have done one this morning, getting up super early for this talk.
Yeah, to getting rid of that puppy.
Yeah, but lymphatic drainage, obsessed with.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what led you to offer body solutions in your clinic? Were there certain things you were noticing that clients needed or wanted?
Yeah, I guess we have a few treatments that we do a lot of resurfacing in our clinic. So I was getting clients asking me to do certain things when they'd had a baby, so they kind of lack, the lax skin on the stomach. I don't often do body treatments, but we were definitely getting clients asked into these areas. So then we were like, okay, maybe we should look at advertising more of what we can do on the body. So we kind of stop here, and then I often get clients to do neck treatments. And then, as I said, we were doing this, and then we got requests for different things to do with the body. So we then went with 2 different machines, one that focuses more on the muscle, and then this one that focuses on the cellulite, and which, is not just one thing, it does other things as well, so connecting to the lymphatic drainage. So yeah.
Thank you. And from your clinical experience, what treatments can improve the appearance of cellulite, but also how realistic should we be?
Yeah, really, I think this comes across the board in terms of everything that we do. So I never give anyone high expectations. So everyone reacts differently, and that's the same for body. And this particular machine, incredible machine, we've seen really, really good results. We always recommend 3, 6 and 10 sessions. You always have to put, and that's the thing, if someone has the time and finances as well to do this treatment, then you have to know that it would be 6 to 10 sessions. And also add your own home care, so you're eating more healthily. There's no kind of miracle fix out there. And back to the question of, what would you recommend? It depends on what they're doing at home, but also their genetics. So we always do see an improvement. So when I activate, I've always seen an improvement, and then I get a bit lazy to keep that up. So we have a wonderful machine called Cellution. Mm-hmm. And this is, it has, we start off by a heat treatment. So it has got on 4 modalities. The first one is heat. And then we use the suction, which feels like a massage, which really, it can be a little bit fully. And then it has this vibration wave. So that also helps to break down. And I really do believe that you can break down with regular treatment, the cellulite. And then we've always finished everything off that we offer in clinic for body. We always finish with lymphatic drainage, because I think that's really important and also helps that initial look as well.
Yeah, I came into the clinic and had a session to try it. And one of the things that really struck me is I've had lots of treatments over the years, but actually this one always felt relaxing. I was expecting to be absolutely kind of founded, but exparted with this lovely warm massage type movement with a lovely oils that I understand.
Yeah, and it has the product as well. So we have that kind of dual modality in terms of delivering these products into the skin. Sorry, but back to you, Olivia.
Yeah, and then the vibration, which is a little bit more kind of going into the deeper levels. And I have one session, but I understand you need 6 to 10. But already I could feel like a bit more smoothness. I had it on my stomach, and just kind of a bit more vitality in the skin too.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that we can do a lot with our hands, so back to the manual lymphatic, but the machines are really helpful in that they obviously have the technology in them, but also for the therapist, it helps the therapist go a little bit deeper than what the hands can do, and actually help the therapist in terms of their kind of posture. And so that's why I like the machine, is it's not making the therapist do all of this hard work as well.
And do I understand that the results from having a course can be really long lasting? You're not going to need to be doing a course every year or anything like that?
They can last, but actually you do really need to do maintenance. And again, that's everything that we do in clinic. It's not, you do one session, like going to the gym. If you're going to the gym, it's not like you can get to the best you want to be, and then that's it, that you're fixed for life. So I think everything needs maintenance.
Thank you. So I actually wanted to ask quickly about body brushing as something, because that's had a lot of, seems to be quite popular as a treatment for cellulite. Do you think that can complement using the solution?
Absolutely. So again, going back to what you can do at home, when I do my body brushing, then it's obviously exfoliating the skin, which helps it look smoother. But it's also just trying to use those moves at the same time. So you're doubling up on what you're going to get in a return time-wise. And that's just trying to kind of go against, go in the way of the lymph to help drain. Lymphatic.
And what about cellulite creams? What's your take on those?
I don't think... No, I could be wrong. I'm always open to being completely wrong about it, certainly if anyone has a product. But I think products can absolutely help skin texture, which would then help the appearance visually. Can they break down cellulite? I don't personally think that I believe that.
Yeah,
if I'm completely honest.
A bit more intervention than that.
Yeah, surface, yes, but I think you need a little bit more help than a cream.
So, as an expert in aesthetics, what is your best advice to clients who are looking at lots of different treatments and aren't sure what to choose?
I would always say with everything, and again, not just body, is find a clinic or a salon that you trust or you've had good word of mouth. We get a lot of clients. In fact, most of our clients come from word of mouth. We're very lucky to get cracks, and it gives us awareness, but actually it's someone that's been to us and seen and got the results, and then they've recommended. So I always think to get good recommendation and make sure that you have consultation, or make sure that you trust what that esthetician is actually advising, because sometimes people are not always as honest, and expectations are then high and the client's then disappointed.
Are there any red flags to look for when you're going for a consultation and that something might not be right for you?
I'm sorry, Olivia, just said that one again.
Any kind of red flags that something might not be right for you if you're a client going in?
I would say red flag would be price. If it's really cheap, I often think there's a reason why.
Yeah, that's really
These machines are very expensive, and rent's very expensive. So if the price is really cheap, then I would say that the machines may be cheap. Again, I could be wrong on that. So I think price could be a little bit of a red flag. And also overselling is, our number one priority is to make the customer happy. My biggest fear is to make someone unhappy. And if someone's overselling, and then the client's going to be disappointed, that terrifies me. So, if you feel like someone's really overselling, so they're over-promising something, then that could be a full red flag thing.
Yeah, I think it's a lot about your gut, your intuition. As we choose our friends, so we should choose our practitioners. Yeah, with that trust, shouldn't we?
Yeah, but then become the therapist and then get...
Yeah, absolutely.
Or your best friend. It's happened to me before. Some of my best friends have come from being clients.
Wonderful. Well, that's the questions I have for you, Teresa.
Amazing. Thank you.
I'd love to open the floor to questions if anyone has any. Yeah. Do you want to use this?
Do you have any
So sorry, I can't 100% hear. I can and I can't.
So it should be louder.
Perfect.
So I am the primary and medical student, and despite all the medical training, seems like massage and plastic trade stuff is I used books easier. So I'm wondering how did you went about learning this, and how do you guys keep using this step? How would you choose to practice in that sense?
For myself, learning, I've been a facialist for 28 years, so everything to do with the face is kind of just be, progressively teaching. I definitely haven't taught myself. I went to Peter College. But I find YouTube for certain things can be really helpful for lymphatic drainage. There's some experts that shared, and it's actually really simple. It's very, very simple for the face. And it's probably really simple for the body, but to do it yourself, I think, can be quite tricky. Yeah, James, honestly, I wouldn't say go online for many things to do with skin, and I wouldn't be getting my tips from TikTok. But I think YouTube can be really helpful because it is actually really simple, because there's someone to teach you and that long would be quite difficult. There's only a few minutes, and it's really just, opening the lymph, opening being just, kind of certain areas where the lymph nodes are, and then just draining. And it can, I actually like to do soft and strong, then spraying is working on the muscle. But yeah, it's actually really, really easy. It just takes a little bit of patience. So a few minutes might not be enough. I'd say more towards 10 minutes to get a nice result. Yeah, I hope that was helpful.
Thank you. Any other questions? Anything about any kind of facial things that you had to ask Teresa?
I mean, you lied. We can stray a little bit period.
Teresa, are you seeing any treatments that you use on the days that you use to be transferred to bodies?
Yes, I would say this is going off a little bit. When we started these body treatments, we're using a couple of the lasers to use on leg veins. We're also doing some resurfacing in areas, especially, this kind of tends to get linked to face and skin. But I have been getting really good results with microneedling radiofrequency and some plasma for the skin texture on areas that, someone's had babies. which then led us into the body treatment. So I'm not a huge fan, and I'm sorry for any practitioners or doctors there that are, but I'm not a huge fan of microneedling radiofrequency to the face. So we offer it, and I tend to use it on my killer body. So, yeah.
Really interesting. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we've got really good results, actually, really, really good results. So I think all of the combination things that we can do together, is super helpful.
And I think that's so important. A lot of people will probably come to you with a problem, but they're looking to you as a practitioner to suggest things that they may not be aware of that might be good to kind of address their particular need, right?
Yeah, I think it's all just, there's lots of confusion out there as well. So I do believe that our clients come to us and trust us, and often I'm like, you know what, you look absolutely beautiful and don't change it. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for listening, and thank you, Teresa, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
For our first talk on the discovery stage. Have a lovely day. And
Amazing. Happy kind, which is not good for Cellulite.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.